Okay, everyone, hope you're all keeping well. So I'm currently on Donegall Place here in centre town. It's the street that runs in front of City Hall here. And I'm always yapping on to people about looking up. I'm going to show you something you may not have noticed, or you may have walked past and just thought, oh, that's just some random sculpture or something like that down the street, but not looked at it in detail. And that's these here. So there's 8 of these that lie in Donegall Place, and it's officially called the Masts. They've been here since 2011. They're actually representative of 8 different White Star Line ships that were built in Belfast. Some of the more famous ones as we move down the line. So this, starting off here, is the SS Traffic, which I'm going to pop a picture of on the screen now, and I'll do that across the other ones too. There's a bit of a history to all these ships, that's why they were selected. So the Traffic was torpedoed during World War II, so that was sunk. And we'll move on to the next one down here, and that's the Nomadic, probably one of the more famous ones. The Nomadic was the sister ship, I believe, of the Traffic. It was also a tender ship to the Titanic, and it's down now in the Titanic quarter. If you look in front of Titanic Belfast, you can still see the Nomadic sitting there to this day. Then you've got the RMS Celtic here. That was a huge ocean liner built by White Star. In most of its history, it did a route between Liverpool and New York City. This is to commemorate the SS Branic. So the Branic was an ocean liner as well, much like the Celtic over there, but this also served in World War I, and it was sank in 1917, and apparently at the time it was carrying tons and tons of gold bars. I think a lot of them were recovered, but some of them are probably still at the depths. This is the HS Branic, and it actually stands for Her Majesty's Hospital Ship, or His Majesty's Hospital Ship. So that actually served during World War II as a hospital ship. It was the largest hospital ship in the world at the time, and it was the youngest sister ship of the Olympic and the Titanic. Right here is the RMS Oceanic. The Oceanic, I think, is the oldest one of these 8 ships. It was built in 1899, and it was the largest ship in the world until 1901. It was a liner as well, but then it was fitted out as a sort of armed merchant ship. It didn't really last very long because it ran aground in September 1914. And we're coming up to the more famous two of all the ships here. So you've got the RMS Olympic right in front of me here, and that's the sister ship to the Titanic. It's pretty much an exact replica. So this is actually the older of the 2 ships, the Olympic and Titanic. It's the namesake of the Olympic class liners, which were the Olympic and the Titanic. It was launched, I believe, a year beforehand. It was the biggest ship in the world until the Titanic came out, because the Titanic is, although it's a near replica, it's just a little bit bigger. The 24-year history, which was a damn sight more than the ship beside it here. Definitely the most famous out of all 8 ships, the RMS Titanic. The Titanic, as I said, was a tiny bit bigger than the Olympic. They learned from a few mistakes they made on the Olympic and put them the changes into the Titanic here. Okay, so the Titanic famously sank in 1912, and we haven't shut up about it since, but that is definitely the more famous one, which is why it's at the top position here near City Hall. That's the 8 mast, I suppose, art pieces, sculptures, I don't know what you would call them, that lie in Donegall Place here in front of me. Each weighing a whopping 13 tons and copper coated as well, so eventually they'll turn the same colour, hopefully, as the dome of City Hall. Thank you for watching as always. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, comment below, and follow our page for more like this.